Namaste Beloveds. We are here today to discuss cord cutting and what that means, as well as how to do it properly. So I'm sure that you found a whole bunch of different ways on YouTube, by Googling. Cord cutting is one of those things that people understand at a very vast level that it's important, but don't necessarily understand how to do it, what it means, and so we're going to explore that today. So cord cutting is cutting etheric cords that are attached to individuals. So in relationships, in just passing at the grocery store, somebody behind you, somebody in front of you while you're driving, you get these energetic cords attached to you because everything is energy, right? So there's simple and easy cord cuttings, which I'm going to walk you through to remove cords that are attached throughout your day. And these can be from somebody that you're not going fast enough, so they're behind you. I experienced that myself a few days ago, and I had to cut quite a few cords off my back because the gentleman was very upset that I was not going to the speed that he would prefer that I do. And so there's easy ways to do that. And so there's literally intention is the focus of this, and understand that you are powerful and just your intention will do this. Yet using your body to enable that and facilitate that makes it even broader, makes it even more powerful. So a simple, easy one that you can do without people even understanding what you're doing is a simple sliding of the shirt. So as you're doing that, you're thinking cut, 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 cut. So you're cutting these cords that are attached to the front of you. Now you always want to get rid of the energy in a transmuting way. And so through one of the modalities that I learned, they had a bunch of different ways to disperse the energy. So I'm going to share with you something that, using that, my daughter actually adapted to work for her. And so as she cuts the cords, she puts them down, so you flick your fingers down to the ground, and she says rainbow fire. And so I think that that's really powerful because it's bringing in the whole spectrum of rainbow light. So it's bringing in green and blue and red, the rainbow light frequencies, right? And so it's bringing in all of those to transmute the energy. So that's really powerful. You always want to make sure that you clap your hands after, because that's dispersing the energy from the cords off of your hands and transmuting. So again, we're just sliding the shirt. So you're just thinking cut, 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 cut. And adding to that, if you say, for instance, my name. So when I do it, I think cut, 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 cutting all Athena's cords, right? So I can think all of Athena's cords, and then I'm literally feeling it cutting all around me. So I really like that because just thinking cut, 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 you're cutting the front cords, which is powerful, but it's important to remember to cut all the cords on all sides of you, because we get ones attached to the sides, which you wouldn't normally think of. And most people do understand the front and the back cords. So just a simple that, thinking your name, cutting all cords, you want to flick it down, rainbow fire, any kind of color. Green fire is a powerful one, it's transmutation. Violet fire is coming in right now to share with you. And that's, of course, everybody knows the violet flame is a transmutation. So whatever you want to use in that, you can think of a very deep hole that you put it in. Go ahead and go with your intuition, because that's where it's at. And following your intuition is going to be really powerful. So that's an easy way to cut the cords that are attached just during the day. Now, when it comes to relationship cords, when it comes to deep relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship or it's a mother-daughter relationship, any kind of thing like that, those cords are going to be a lot thicker. They're going to be filled with months to years of negativity, of jealousy, of anger, of resentment, sadness, betrayal, all of that. So those cords are going to be a lot thicker, which means that this simple, what you're doing, isn't going to cut those thick cords. So you want to go through processes where you can. So you can find, Google, online, YouTube, all kinds of things for that. When I facilitate somebody's cord cutting, I have a script that I go through through their higher self. So what's coming in right now, which is going to be really powerful, is for you to get into a meditative state, just sit quietly, and you want to call upon your highest self, your mighty I Am Presence, your spiritual guide team, and any ascended masters or angels that can most serve, that can most benefit you during that. Archangel Michael is one that a lot of people are really familiar with that cuts cords. So I call him in when I do cord cuttings for others. I call upon their highest self, their spiritual guide team, the ascended masters and angels that can most serve them during that. So that's where you want to start off. And then it can be really powerful to declare your full name and their full name. So my full name, now cut all etheric cords that are not serving my highest and best good to their full name. In this present time and place, I cut these cords across all time, space, dimensions, and realities, through all layers and all levels, cleansing and clearing our energy, returning all power, soul fragments, and heart fragments that have been lost in this relationship, after being washed clean in source light, returning to the original owner now. So that's one incredible way to do a cord cutting. Other ways can be I really like the Hawaiian Ho'oponopono, I always pronounce it wrong, prayer. It's a forgiveness prayer. So using that while you're visualizing this person and cutting cords. So it's, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So that's also what I do when I do somebody's cord cutting for them, is that I will recite that, have them recite that while I'm visualizing and seeing the cords between them being cut. So those are really, really powerful practices. I likely will share more in the future, but those will be an excellent start to removing, and before we close, I want to let you know that when it comes to cord cutting, a lot of people are hesitant to do so because they think that that means that they're going to be removing the love connections with a person. And when we cord cut, we never do that. Like it isn't even possible for us to do that. Our higher self wouldn't allow that, because we're always going to be in the highest vibration, and that is definitely going to help raise your vibration to cut cords to people that are consciously or unconsciously pulling on your energy, lowering your vibration, lowering your energy. And so using all of those, you can really empower yourself, raise your vibration, and reconnect with those people. So if you want to have a loving relationship going forward, it's only going to enhance that. It's just going to remove the lower emotions between you two. And so you can do this with people that you want to improve your relationships with, your spouses, your family members, whatever. You can also do this with people that you no longer want to see again. And I've done powerful cord cuttings for trauma victims, for sexual abuse victims. And so of course they're not going to go forward in a relationship with that person, but it removes all of that lower vibrational energy that's really holding them back from who they really are. And so understanding that all you're doing here is loving yourself enough to remove the lower energies, and you're not just removing it from yourself, you're removing it from them. So it's going to help them raise their vibration as well. And that's what we're all here for, is to raise our own vibration, raise the awareness and the vibration of the collective consciousness, and love each other fully. So thank you so much, and I look forward greatly to hearing how these cord cuttings benefit you, and let me know. Let me know in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you know when I add more videos, because I'm going to be sharing a lot more. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I see you, I honor you, I thank you, and I love you. Namaste.